Hello, this is the voice of John Stuart Mill, one of the reformers of the Industrial Revolution. You will learn about my idea,
utilitarianism,
and child labor. Well, who am I? Born in Pentonville, London, England on May 20th, 1806. I'm a philosopher and an economist. One of the books I wrote was called On Liberty. One of my interests is in child labor. I believe in the freedom of individuals. There are no positive effects in child labor. Therefore, I oppose it. I have stated about regulating business activity to the government.
Not many people agree with my way of thinking, advocating individual liberty, limited government, utilitarianism, and women's rights. Thank goodness Jeremy Bentham figured does though. One man, one vote. That's how it should be. Everyone has the right to vote, if they're educated. This, in my belief, should in return be the best means of improving the people both socially and morally. The educated should have more of an influence on politics, those who can actually read and comprehend to what they're agreeing to. If everyone thought like I did, we would all be in such a happy place. Our whole world would be happy. We would only be using our natural resources for resourceful and useful products. Happiness would equate to pleasure. The government would be representative and everyone would be educated and have equal rights. Utilitarianism, the philosophy whereby the best actions and policies are defined as those to promote the greatest happiness for the majority of the population. What an incredibly intelligent philosophy, if only all thought like I did. Literature. One of the things I love most. I've written plenty of books to make it quite obvious my fond love of literature and books. Each of my novels, or writing, covers a topic I truly and deeply believe in. Hopefully that'll convince others that my beliefs are the best interest of our world and society.
With a lot of factories, there's a lot of pollution which ruins the environment. Since many factories are privately owned, they can do whatever they want, which have bad side effects. Since privately owned factories can do whatever they want, they can utilize unsafe practices like child labor and pay their workers low wages with no consequences. This also results in really unhealthy working environments, and there's nothing to set limits. This is why the government should regulate factories.
Today I will be taking a trip to the textile mill that I hear uses severe forms of child labor. Well, here I am at the entrance of the textile factory. I haven't seen much yet, but the conditions already seem horrid. Each machine is so close together and the floors are filthy. I just hope they wear shoes. As I move towards the back, there are children crowded at each station with bare feet. Unbelievable. It doesn't seem very well ventilated and the machines seem extremely dangerous. I notice the owners walking around at each station yelling at them to hurry. This is just horrible. Let's take a closer look at a child's life with a young girl we will be interviewing. Well, hello. We would like to conduct a short interview to get a better understanding of your daily life here at the factory. Okay, so first off, what are your hours? We have to get here at 6 a.m. and can stop around 10 p.m. or 12 p.m.
How much are you paid?
Nothing at all, just given a place to sleep.
And one last thing, how old are you and when did you start working here?
I am 13. I started working when I was 12.
Thanks. I think reform needs to happen now. I stand for the ethical treatment of all people, and the way they are treated is just unacceptable.
Behind me is a factory that uses child labor to make their products. Many privately owned factories utilize child labor, and I've made clear that this is a problem. We can solve this problem by taking up my idea of utilitarianism. The government should have control over factories and be able to set regulations and laws they have to follow. One of these would be to limit child labor and make work. One more solution that's a little more in-depth would be to only let certain factories or types of jobs use child labor. For example, coal mines, behind me, is dangerous and it should be not be able to use child labor as it produces horrible side effects and can mess people up for life. Other jobs that aren't as bad where people have good health conditions could still use child labor to a certain extent. Instead of completely ruling out child labor, what we could do would be to make it better for the children would be to require certain standards. If they want to use child labor, the government should require monthly inspections of the factory to check up on health, working conditions, and danger. If they find anything wrong with what's going on, they will not be able to use child labor any longer and will be restricted. By doing this, we would also be opening up more jobs for people to become inspectors. I hope you realize the danger of child labor and now understand that my ideas of utilitarianism can solve this horrible issue. Thanks for listening to these concepts and enjoy your day.